One.
3, 2, 1. We are live. So let me get that really quick.
Great.
We'll give a few people time to get on. Let's see. There we go. Let me mute that. And I will send you the link. Hang on 1 second.
Paying 4.
Okay.
There it is.
Perfect. We'll give some people time to get on. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, we're all trying to share it and
Yeah.
right now, so.
I know,
You
right?
guys, if you just log
Quickly,
on, we're all
quickly,
trying to
let's
share
share
it.
it. Hurry.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I know.
That's fun. So we got a couple of viewers. Let me share this really quick, and then we will introduce our special guest. I do want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Crohn's Hollow. Make sure you check them out if you have not been there. It's a really cool metaphysical store. They have stones, everything you need in the metaphysical sense.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's one of our
Big
favorite stores. It's on 3834 South Main Street in Salt Lake. If you haven't gone in, I highly recommend it because it's totally awesome. We get all our stuff from there.
And it's fun just to look around. Corey and I went there just to look around at all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
There's a
get
lot
all
of
there
different-
when you come here.
Yeah.
So we got a few viewers on. So hey guys, sorry that you have to listen to our chat, or we're just giving some people time to get on and to share it. We're on with Jeff Conkle. Did I say that right?
No, it's comical. Say that
Conkle.
right.
Cool.
No, it's comical.
So
I only
Jeff,
spelled it wrong to keep to keep it on the low so nobody knows about me.
I love it. So Jeff is a paranormal investigator, and he builds paranormal equipment. What am I trying to say? He builds paranormal equipment for people to use on investigations.
Yes.
I've seen some of his stuff on his Facebook, and that's pretty awesome. I can't wait to try it out in October. I'm
Got
so
some good
excited.
stuff. Got some good
Yes.
stuff off of those things.
Sweet.
And nobody's ever seen it, so.
Awesome.
That's even better that we get to use
I'm
it. I'm so
excited. Yeah.
Just imagine if you had somewhat of an SLS camera, but not an SLS camera, that has 15 different applications to it.
Ooh.
Holy cow.
Not only just picking up skeletal, but how about picking up motion and tracking it and giving you how many feet away it is, the speed it's traveling. Oh yeah, this is some serious crap.
Wow.
Nice.
Excited.
That's cool.
It's
Hang
gonna
on
be
one.
fun.
So, what got you into the paranormal?
It's just like I would think everybody else's story, 12-year-old kid, moving into an extremely haunted house. You think, oh God, here it comes. Here's the book. No, but it happened. It happened, and it changed my life because it wasn't just, oh, let's just throw something around and knock on the wall. No, this was pretty evil.
Mm.
It was pretty evil. It affected my whole family and my brothers. Just put it this way. You know what? A long time ago, this happened like in 2000. I decided, I didn't have a camera, to do this investigation I was going to do at this museum downtown. So I asked my brother if I could borrow his camera. This is my older brother now. And said, he said, okay, no problem. Just bring it back to me next week. And I borrowed it. I brought it back and he goes, well, what'd you film? I says, well, I did a paranormal investigation with it. And he goes, well, you can fucking keep that. Oh, excuse my phone. He didn't want it anywhere in his house, anywhere. So I got a free camera out of it. Now, just this last year, he got a brand new GoPro. Beautiful camera, right? I asked him if I could borrow it. And he told me to kiss his butt.
I was going to say, man, if you need some free stuff.
Sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but I don't do that anymore. So I make my own equipment now. So.
Yeah.
I just don't deal with it. I mean, I get tired of looking for that one camera. Or cameras are cameras. I don't even take the IRs out of them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it just, it is what it is. I mean, you're going to see them in daytime. You're going to see them at night.
Yeah.
You know, it with a flashlight is
Sorry, guys, I had to walk away.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit there, Jeff. What was that?
flashlights are perfect.
Yeah.
You know,
Straight up.
I don't. I mean, every once in a while, I'll go pitch dark in a quiet room, sit there on the floor or in a chair, preferably my chair I take with me,
Yeah.
just to see if I can catch anything, to see
Mhm.
if I can interact. Because most of my equipment that I used to make was all interactive. Okay, that means that you're interacting with whoever's there or whatever's there.
Mhm.
You know, I've made some devices that only worked when you touched it. And then whatever, you know, if there was an energy that came across that, it did, and it combined with your grounding or your hand or your energy, it went off. And it's kind of hard to dispute that in any case, but you know, I gave it away to a good friend of mine. And
Yeah.
to this day, he's still got it. You know, it
Nice.
still works great for him. So
So do you have a background in like engineering or anything like that, or do you just kind of?
no, I've been doing electrical and low voltage engineering since I was, you know, my grandfather and my father started this. You know, I was doing electrical when I was 5 years old, 6 years old. I was underneath the house, you know,
Yeah.
and I just started getting a little bit older, taking tubes out of TVs and getting shocked by a resistor that had a capacitor on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, that tends to make you think,
Yeah.
you know, then playing hot potato with it when you're 10 years old and thinking, hey, you know what, there's something to this. So, you know, I
Yeah.
just started, I just got tired of looking on places and you know trying to buy, you know, like trying to buy your first set of paranormal equipment. It's just
Mhm.
like, wow, you know, it's like, no, I'll build my own, and I did.
Yeah.
I'm the
I've
first
been-
ever guy that came out with an EMF tree.
Really?
What's that?
Oh, it's a
tree?
tree that lights up when EMF gets close to it. It lights from the bottom all the way to the
Okay.
top.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it stands about, I don't know, it's like a bonsai tree, and it's got LEDs all over it.
That's
Okay.
cool.
LEDs are like flowers. So, and they're in a blue. So, and if EMF gets close to it, it just starts all the way up until it picks up.
Wow.
You know,
That would be awesome to see. Really
I've
cool.
also made an EMF clock, grandfather clock. You know, miniature grandfather clock. But
Yeah.
those things are sitting on the shelf because we used to take those to the Forgotten Inn as presents, you know, as gifts when we came into the home. And I've got those to go off like twice there. You know, you set the clock up on the mantle in these old places that nobody's there. Say, here you go. I brought you a clock for your house. 10, 20 minutes, those lights are going back.
Dang.
You know, it's things like that because, you know, I think most of the time that, you know, they used to be human too. You know, we call them transparent Americans.
There
And,
you go.
you know, they used to be human. And I think, you know, seeing these lights in your hands and all these devices in your hands, especially, you know, if you go into an older place, you know, they get kind of scared of it. You know, I mean, they've seen it probably multiple times, but they will. But if you bring something in that that is throughout time, okay, like something that everybody knows of, you know, like a bell or a clock, okay, that's what gave me the idea for the clock. You
That's
know,
a good
make the
idea.
clock. They're not afraid of it. They're there. They're gonna. Okay, here you
I'm
go.
sorry.
There's the clock.
Let's see.
Go. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. My bad.
All over everything. So that's kind of a cool thing to. Sorry, I gotta mute my. That's kind of what we started doing is bringing in stuff like my husband suggested when we go to these locations that have kids to maybe bring in, if it's an older location, maybe try to find some vintage toys that they're going to recognize.
Okay. Well,
Instead-
anything, you know, even if you put a car in there or a train, it's known throughout the centuries, except for, you know, before cars. You know, put a horse or a carriage or whatever type of toy. They're gonna recognize it. You know.
Exactly.
We
That's-
we often investigate this place called Fort Douglas, and it was a military hospital in World War II, but We also had Nazi POWs that were there.
Yeah.
And my dad was in the military, and we lived in Germany for a long time. So I have German coins from that era that I bring with me, and I have a bag of rolling tobacco or normal tobacco and rolling papers. Like, I don't know how to roll a cigarette, but I think they get the point. You know what I mean? That's familiar stuff. So
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be able to. There's this one spot that is the card room or the game room or something, and I brought a little bottle of whiskey and some coins for gambling and a deck of cards, and I think that's the way to do it.
It is.
Mhm.
It is. You got to interact with them. Don't scare them. Make them think,
Yeah.
you're coming there just to, have a good conversation. Believe me, I would love to just go into a place, put out a table, put 2 chairs in it, and just sit down and have a conversation. I would love it. It wouldn't matter where it was at. It could be in the most haunted place in America or even the UK. It doesn't matter. Well, this guy, they've scratched people. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I'm looking for the evidence. I'm looking to have a full-fledged conversation, and I'll continue to build until I find one device that'll allow me to do that.
Yeah. I wanted to start trying to build things from scratch because I've been working with car audio and electronics since 2005 professionally, and I can make relay circuits and all kinds of different things. So I've been thinking about trying to make some stuff. So I'm gonna have to pick your brain when you come out here.
Okay. It all depends. I might have jet lag, so we'll figure it out.
I've already utilized him a couple of times over Messenger, asking him questions
Yeah.
about some of the stuff that we've had. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool having some new equipment. So I know some of it's prototypes and you can't really say, but
No,
what's your favorite piece of equipment that you have made?
Oh, my Rad 559. My Rad 559.
What is that?
Oh, just put it this way. It'll map out a whole room and pick up anomalies anywhere in the room.
Wow.
It's pretty insane. It is, and it works all off of a radar system. Remember that old ghost radar you guys used to use on your phones?
Yeah.
I
downloaded it.
Those
No,
radar
I'm serious.
legacy.
Imagine if it worked.
That would all right. Nice.
That imagination's come true. I've made a device that does that.
Wow.
So
How
That is
many
Wait.
devices
All right,
would
wait.
you say?
Oh,
I'll give you
getting
guys-
some-
Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is the Rad. I'll
wow.
pull it out. I'll pull it all out and let you see it. This was a long time making.
This is like Christmas. I'm getting all excited and I'm trying not to jump up and down.
Okay. Well, let me turn this light back on real quick.
Earlier, he had this little robot that he was talking to. It was great.
Okay. You notice this? See this? Wow.
Oh,
Mm.
hello.
Okay. See this device? Okay. What? See this? Okay. This works off tablet. The device is right here.
That's it?
That's it?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, this
That is-
device is a radar system. What it does is it maps out the whole room up to about 30 meters, which is a good distance. And it'll map the room out, and if there's any anomaly that comes towards this device, it'll show it on the radar as it's picking it up coming in towards you. It also has a recording software, so it'll record that time and time stamp it too. So
Oh,
this
nice.
is an insane cool piece of little gear that I made. And yeah, I had a blast making it. It just took a lot of time to build it.
That's a lot smaller than I expected because I mean the
Wow,
That's a
thank
lesson.
you. I think this conversation's over.
All right, thanks for joining us. I'm gonna go ahead and see my way out of here.
I'll talk to you guys later. No,
Like the
but,
SLS is so bulky,
the
and
SLS?
yeah,
Oh,
one-
no, I've slimlined them.
really,
You
Yeah, I
really
can hold it
have,
in my-
yeah.
I gotta handle everything.
yeah.
It's pretty small. But then I've got, well, I don't know if I should pull that one out.
We'll keep that one as a surprise.
Oh no, I got quite a few surprises. I just got to be able to get them all in a suitcase, or otherwise most of them ain't coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I
Yeah.
hope you can bring them all.
I'll try and get at least 2 or 3 of them in there. But I've got the XLS, and the XLS is it was a prototype in the beginning. The XLS allowed you to have a 3-dimensional image,
Mhm.
and allowed you to look at it and then grab the screen and actually see behind the object.
Really?
Yeah, so what it did is whatever it mapped out, and then you move the screen, it would finish mapping it out and give it that to complete it. So whatever you're looking at, you can actually see behind it, and it's like, why the heck is that off the wall? What's going on here? Things like that. It's a prototype. I mean, it works, but I just put that back in a box and stuck it up on a shelf. It wasn't something I was too in tune to making at that, finishing at the time,
Yeah.
Then I'm working on a hexagon light, which is I think is going to be pretty cool because it works all motion, and there's like individual hexagon lights, and they're going on a like a hexagon ball,
Mhm.
and this will be set out in the middle of a room, and it works off electromagnetic energy, so it can actually show you where the electromagnetic energy is coming from by lighting up either sides of the ball, the top or the other sides. It'll just
Oh, I
flow.
like that.
It'll come right over the top. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Wow.
that's the next one. I've been working on it. So
Yeah, I got no words.
I want to ask, do you know how many pieces of equipment have you made? Would you
Oh my
say?
God. And giving away, you mean? Tons. But if you're talking SLS cameras, I must have made at least 30 of them.
Wow.
30 or 40. I mean, it's come to the point where I could just go, done, paint. But I'm trying to stay away from them a little bit. I've built so many of them that it's just become more of a job than something I like doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
try to focus on what I like to do now, and working on things that are new and I'm not going to show that one yet. I want to, but I can't.
Oh, this is great.
I've got so much crap everywhere. It's not even funny. You're looking at the clean part. What's underneath my feet? I barely got underneath this desk.
Wow.
That's why me and my wife always are like at this wall, because everything beyond this computer, from beyond the screen, you don't want to see that.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but
Mine is. But
what do
see,
you-
if I didn't have the clutter, I wouldn't be able to find it. When I'm done building, I pick it all up. I'm not a bad guy when it comes to that. When I'm done building, then I pick all my stuff up and I put it away. But then when I start to build, then boxes come back out and it starts getting scattered again. That's just the way I am. If it gets too organized for me, way too organized, then I get pissed because I can't find it.
Yep.
And Scott
Yep.
understands that that's why he doesn't touch my workbench. Scott is a good friend of mine, and he's like my brother, and he knows not to touch my side of the workbench. He said, 'cause as soon as I come in there, I could have tools scattered all over the workbench and just little tiny delicate parts. And one day he took his phone, he just stuck it on the table and he slid it back and moved my tools, because he was talking to somebody online.
Mhm.
And I came in there the next day and I was like, hey, I had a sensor right here. Where'd that sensor go? I don't know. Were you on my bench? And he goes, yeah. And I go, well, yeah, you moved everything. And he says, like, how the hell can you tell with this mess? And I said, I can tell. I said,
Yeah.
because I left them in a certain spot. Damn it.
I am the same way, and it's taken my manager. I've been at my new job for 6 years, and he's still like, how do you know? Like, he'll ask me, like, hey, do you have a screwdriver? I'm like, yeah, it's top left drawer of my box here, behind this, underneath that, next to that thing. He's like, how did you know that's exactly where it was?
Got that. Got it. Need a
Yeah.
file? Here, how about a Phillips?
Yeah, it's like, that's the last place I left it. I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't touch my shit.
Yes, exactly.
Scott
I know
has
where
learned.
it is.
Scott has learned over the years
Why'd you
not
look at
to
me like that?
Anything, if I move anything of his,
Oh,
It's
it's
automatic
on, and
her
you know
fault.
it.
it's automatically
on.
my fault.
End
No,
of
ask her.
days,
Yep.
black
Same with
cloud.
here.
I'm like, where did you put
Light
it? She's like, I didn't
flickering.
move it.
I got the same thing here with, yeah.
And like, I'll go back and look 3 or 4 times, and then she'll secretly sneak up somehow and put it back where I've already
No.
looked 4 times,
No.
and then it'll be
Yeah.
there.
I just, I've been that way for a long time, and once I get building, Scott will come across and he'll play some funny shit or he'll do some funny things. And, it keeps me going, because there's times that I just don't want to do it, and I felt really bad, for, this lady, Susan. If you looked on my Facebook page, I mean, it's been, I had to make it up to her. So I made her SLS special, because I've been so busy, and all she asked for on the bill, because she sent us an SLS. Okay. It was one of those ones that's on the PVC pipe and just a ball of wire and the whole 9 yards. And she wanted it kind of upgrade. So I upgraded it for her. And it took a little while because of, COVID stuff. And then also, I've had backlogs since before her. So I kind of made it up to her, made her something special. So, and she liked it. And that's what makes me feel good, is when I can build something that, helps people out. I enjoy it. Half the time when I was in, like last year when I was in Salem Con, I gave away half my shit. I gave away thermal cameras. That's how I am. Scott, well, I'll look at Scott and he goes, "Don't do it again." I go, "What do you mean don't do it again?" And he goes, "You're going to give something away, aren't you?" And I go, "Oh, you mean like my drone you gave away that you said floated away in the ocean?" No, I'm not giving nothing away. But yet there's that guy 2 weeks later. "Hey, Scott, thanks a lot for this beautiful drone." I was like, "That didn't go in the water. What's that drone go?" But no, it's things like that. I just love to see people's reactions to equipment, or because you don't see it a lot anymore. You don't see people get enthusiastic. The enthusiasm in a paranormal field is just like it's like at a dull pace. When I build things and I show people how to use them and they get excited, it makes me happy, because it shoots that spark back. Like, oh my God, what I could catch with this,
Yeah.
and things like that. It's like, wow. It feels really good to see that and to help people out. And that's what I think I'm here for. I'm not out to make any money. I'm not. If I were out to make money, believe me, I wouldn't be here right now, because I would have already built this crap and been gone.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's why a lot of us do it. We love it. We love it. We don't want to make, people ask me, "Do you make money?" I'm like, yeah, that's why I work a full-time job and I have my vinyl and my jewelry on the side, and you don't make money off of it. You do it because you love it. And it's,
you do.
Yeah.
I've had a couple people ask me how much it'll cost to do a cleansing at their house. And I'm like, it won't cost anything. And they're like, well, you have to charge something.
No, you shouldn't have to charge for anything. You know that.
Never.
To help someone.
It's more of, hold on. Sorry, I'm playing with you guys right now. So, no, but anyway, no, cleansing a house, me and Scott, we don't do residential. We're mostly, you know, like a commercial grade type thing going on. Um, but yeah, you know, nobody should ever charge for their services. I
No.
don't, you
No.
know, you know, you have somebody that's in distress or a business that's kind of, you know, hey, you know, our employees come to work. Well, let us check it out for you, see what we can do, you know, see if there's anything there. Maybe you guys can live together peacefully with it, or we can get you in touch with somebody to get rid of it, you
Yeah.
know. But either way, yeah, there's no charge. It's just let me document it. Please let me document it.
Yeah. That's like when it gets really bad winter here, there's guys with these big trucks and they're like, hey, I'll pull you out of that spot you're stuck in for $20. It's like, well, I don't have $20. And then they'll legit drive away. And it's like, you got the truck, you got the chains, I'm stuck.
Oh, I know.
I'll give you a hug. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have $20 right now. So I never got that. So the fact that we don't charge to do residentials or to do cleansings or whatever, that's one thing I really liked about the values of the team that we are.
Yeah, it's like that should be like that with everybody, and I believe it is. But if there is somebody out there charging, then you know, then don't let them come to the place.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 90 out of maybe 10%. You know, if somebody's having trouble, then you call that other 90% that won't charge you a dime to come into your home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, well, that is what it is, and unfortunately, things are like that all over the world. So
Yeah.
you can do about it.
What's one of your favorite places that you've investigated?
Oh, wow! My favorite place is here. I was turned on to this place by, you know, these people at this electrical counter knew that I was a paranormal investigator. So one of the people who worked there just happened to own a restaurant. But what was up above the restaurant was something totally out of this freaking world. And she goes, well, yeah, we know we've owned this building since the early 50s and stuff. You know, my parents had and stuff. And I go, really? And she goes, well, we have an upstairs we have problems with. And I go, what's going on? And she goes, well, ever since I was a kid, I've been seeing a lady. And I said, let's talk. So we talked a little bit, and she asked if I could come over and, you know, do an investigation on the upstairs part of it, not the restaurant, but the upstairs. They've been having problems in the restaurant too. You know, every once in a while, a tea bag will fly out of the tea holder, or just little stuff, nothing real big.
Yeah.
I said, okay, well, let's just leave that alone and let's go upstairs. But as soon as she opened up that outside door, it went upstairs. Have you guys ever been to the Washoe?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. We plan on that.
See the staircase. I'll send you guys a picture. But the staircase is like at a 60-degree incline. Okay, it's way up there, and as soon as you look at it, you're like, holy shit. Okay, and you climb up 2 flights of stairs, but you climb up not like this and then like this. It's straight up, and you're going.
Man.
Okay, when you get to the top, you notice that there's nothing has changed since the early 1930s. Okay, the rooms are still there. This was like we found out that it was a lodging back in the 1900s, and then come to find out after. Well, I'll tell you about this in a minute. But anyway, we get up there, and Scott and the boys and I, we know we're doing our thing. Caught two things. We caught a black shadow, and we caught a white mist. We also caught a red orb. A red orb.
Wow.
Never seen one in my whole life, but when I saw it fly up and through the roof, I flipped. I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You know? And 2 other people saw it, but got back, you know, Zeus did all of his videography, you know, checked it all out, and we caught quite a few things. It's our favorite place because we took George Chaplain there. Me and Scott took George there one time, and you know, he's like, oh, let's do this. So I have these pods, okay? They're motion activated and EMF activated, right? I've got 4 of them. So what I do is I chuck them out into the rooms. I'll throw them out, let them slide down the hallways. Let them sit, they'll activate, and they'll be ready. So I just happened to slide them off, and they came off of 2 rooms, and then came out towards us, kind of in a line, right? So we're sitting there, we're standing in the middle of the big, the giant room, and we weren't getting anything except for a couple of taps, right? And I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. Usually we get more, things going on at night. And all of a sudden, Scott just jumps back and goes, I love you. Come to me, and he's like doing his little giant speech. Just go, please show you. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, just the pods started going poof, poof, and then boom, boom, boom. Right before we knew it, all 3 of us, here's us, right? We were like this in the middle of the room, going like this. What the fuck was that? Because it exploded around us. All right. And I had never felt that ever. And then, I think I might have peed a little bit, but it was wow. All my equipment went apeshit. It was wow. That's my favorite place. It's called the Forgotten Inn. That's my favorite place.
The Forgotten Inn. We'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
And it's totally forgotten, has not been touched. Okay? Has not been touched since, wow. I'll send you pictures. But yeah. And I'll even show you, because me and Scott, what was crazy is me and Scott, we hadn't been there in like 2 months. Okay? So we were getting the itch. And Scott's like, well, let's just go back there in the daytime and take some daytime photos.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right. So we got the keys and we went up there, we're snapping pictures and nothing happening, until we decided we were going to leave and come down the stairs. And Scott was ahead of me. He went down to the first flight of stairs, and there's like a little ledge before you start the second. He got down to that one. As soon as he started going down to this last flight, I hit that ledge, and all of a sudden there's something go, "Duh!" And I went, whoa. Whoa. And Scott goes, what the hell was that? And I go, I don't know, but I ran down to the bottom of the stairs, took out my phone, turned around and started snapping pictures up as Scott was snapping pictures up. And what I caught was unfreaking believable. I didn't think I was ever going to catch something like that on film. Ever. Really? I caught a black mass of a man standing up at the top of the stairs looking around the corner like this, just standing there looking down. And
wow,
that scared the shit out of me. That literally scared me to death. But it happened right in my ear. And and then we got back to the house and I took the pictures and I was looking at the pictures and I sent them to Scott. And Scott's like, well, you didn't happen to see what was in the middle landing, did you? And I go, what are you talking about? I go, here, see if you could see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like a shoulder with the head going like.
Okay, now Scott goes, wait a minute. He goes, that's good, but did you catch what was in the middle of the picture?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
There was a lady right there just looking straight at us, and she was on that second ledge. So in tune, I caught both entities with one shot. I caught a dark mass,
lifetime stuff.
And I caught a white mass. And it was unbelievable. I was sitting here trying to pick it apart and like, well, what else could have caused this? What's the, doing this? And then, Zeus took it and he's like, well, what the fuck? There's nothing. Sorry, excuse my French. But he's like, what the heck? There's nothing that could cause that shadow because we're on a flight of stairs. And I'm telling you right now, there's one little peaked window at the bottom of it, and it does not shoot any light up. That was flash that you caught. And I was at an angle. And the weird thing about the whole thing is it all started out when Scott took the first 2 pictures. Scott took the first 2 pictures, and what was really proof to it, he still got them. I just got to get them. But it shows a black hand on the edge of the wall where that mass was standing as it's coming around, and then it formed. If I had it on, I probably would have got the full form, the full mass forming, but I didn't. I just caught that one shot of glory. That one shot
Man.
of glory, it stays as the backdrop on my phone sometimes because
Don't
it's
blame
something
you.
that, it's an amazing picture. And it's kind of hard to debunk that. But
Yeah.
anybody can try and debunk it, but I don't care. It's mine. I know what I caught.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my gold medal. That's like doing the hurdle, man. That's my gold medal. That's all me.
For sure. So do you think residual hauntings also give off EMF and
Yeah,
like
because
static
they're
energy?
energy. Yeah, they're energy. It's just like if you were to get an orb. People are like, orbs are so yesterday. Not to me. If I
Yeah.
can see an orb, it's amazing to me. You know why? Because it's a ball of energy. And what is that ball of energy doing? Okay. People are snapping pics of orbs all the time. But yeah, slide that over. I want the real thing. You know what? To be honest with you, that is the real thing. That is just not in its real form. It's a ball of energy for a purpose. Okay. It might be a ball of energy because it likes to travel places quicker like that before it manifests. I don't know. See, these are things that stick in my head. But I have seen red orbs. Okay. And you don't see a red orb, and I've seen one, and now I want to know what this orb is.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like that, and then just get back to the Forgotten Inn. Just one last thing. All of a sudden, just like about a month ago, because we haven't been there in like 6 months since the COVID thing.
Yeah.
Last month, the owner of the place sent me an old newspaper article that said, Madam something, I can't remember her name, will do free readings and spiritual something so that you can talk to your passed away people. And I was like, oh, really? So in other words, there was a medium that lived in this lodge in room 3. And room 3 just happened to be the room where everything was happening between that and room 2. There's a doorway. And that's where all the activity's been happening. So I was like, wow, that just drops the whole ball right into the center of that room.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know that until she told us. And now we're like, oh, geez. It's crazy stuff when you don't know. We've tried, it took that long of research just to find out how old the place was.
What year was the newspaper clipping from?
Oh, I think it was like 1945, something like that.
Okay. Nice.
wow.
Yeah. And she lived there for a long time, and she had her own operation out of her room. Which, back then, a lot of people were mysticism and trying to talk to their dead relatives a lot back then. It was part of a ray. It was all over the place. Everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when a lot of people do it. I'm scientific about things. If I don't see it, then If I can hear it, knock on the wall, I'll knock back. If I see it, I'll be like, holy shit, I saw it. Now that's proof to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see it, or I got to hear it, or I got to feel it. Otherwise I'm going to be like, no, let's go to a different place. Next.
Yeah.
But
sorry if you guys heard that on my computer. I don't know how to.
So Ryan, he's on our team. He's the one who creates all the photos that we send for you guys to share. He's the one who creates all of those for us. He's really cool. I texted him, can you do this? He'll have it to me quickly. He has a question. He says, maybe you've covered this, but how do you choose what piece of equipment you should use at a location?
How I choose is I don't have to choose because the one piece of equipment does it all. It does it all.
Mm-hmm.
If I decide I'm going to map an empty room and I'm hearing something in that room, then I'll grab my 559. But my other camera system does it all. I could switch from each different application to make it do what I want it to do, as well as record. I can even do EVP recordings off of it. So, it's all in one thing.
Wow.
That's tight.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Yes. Yes.
And it works off the same style tablet that the radar does. So I could snap off that radar tablet and snap it onto the other camera system and walk away. And it doesn't need a separate battery source. It works off the tablet. Everything works with less than 5 volts
Nice.
through
Whoa.
the system. Oh yeah. Slick as snot.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Well, and then Scott goes one day, he goes, you know what? He goes, you know what? I think on that Rad 559, you put a battery backup. And I says, no. He goes, why? And I go, dude, what? Okay. It's light. Okay. It's what I like about it. And as long as the tablet lasts, the piece of equipment will last, you know? Like right now, I've got a Surface. Okay. I got a Surface 3, an old Surface 3. Okay. That locks into both of these items. And this thing right now on a full charge will last me 4 hours. I don't need to investigate any longer than 2. If there's nothing there, then I can give it a break by going click. Okay, let's walk away. Let it sit for a second.
Yeah.
But if I got, you know, like Keith Bailey. I don't know if you guys know who Keith Bailey is. A long time ago, I was working on an SLS. And the SLS was having trouble because okay, all SLSs do this. All right. What happens is the battery pack will stay charged because the tablet, what happens is the tablet works through the whole system. And any energy the tablet is providing feeds back into the battery. Okay. And what it's doing is it's charging the battery, but sucking the life juice right out of the tablet.
Mm-hmm.
You only get, with all my SLSs, you get 45 minutes, maybe an hour. But now I've upgraded the batteries on them, so you get a little bit more time, like an hour and a half. But you don't need it that much anyway. If there's nothing happening in these hallways, then off you go and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
But this SLS that I built was one of a kind. It was digital. Everything was digital readout. I had it on the back of it. It told you how many hours you had left on the camera system. Okay.
Wow.
Plus, in tune, it had two separate battery packs. So what would happen is I made it to where it would work off one battery pack, okay, with the tablet. And then when that battery pack started getting low, it would switch to the next battery pack. And in tune, work off that and shut this one off. It was kind of like having 2 gas tanks for a truck. Okay.
Yeah.
So I hit it. I tested it. And it's the only SLS that is out there today that will run 8 hours and 45 minutes constant.
Damn.
And then he bought it. He bought it. Boom. He said he had to have it. And he stuck it in his museum. He never used it, but he stuck it in his museum. It's the only SLS out there that runs 8.5 hours constant use.
And it's in a
Because
museum?
It was keeping the tablet charged.
It's in a
It was keeping
museum.
the tablet charged.
Damn.
So he kept it. He's never used it.
Wow.
I don't know. He just had it. So I go, why do you want it? He goes, because there's only one like it.
Fair
I
enough.
go, I
that
can
makes
make another one. He goes,
yeah.
if you do, I'll just buy it from you, and then you'll have to make another one, I guess. But you know,
You make
I said,
another one and
okay.
then I'll buy it from you.
Yeah.
but that's the way it's always been. You know, I make something that's one of a kind, and then somebody jumps on it, and I end up like, I don't want to get rid of it. You know, because it is one of a kind. You know, I've got a whole bunch of one of a kinds out there, a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But you know, me with the way I am, it's like, okay, here. Like, really? Scott looks at me in the back corner going, really? Wow. He goes, you know, you're going to have to build another one, and I'm not paying for it. And I go, whatever. So,
So how long have you known Scott?
the other day would be 3 years.
Wow, I would have guessed a lot longer than that. You guys are kind
Yeah,
of
we should have been. We're actually brothers. We were just born from different, yeah.
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 I guess. Yeah, something like that. So,
that's
he
crazy.
is my brother. So,
He's an amazing man.
he is.
I love
He is.
him.
He's taught me a lot, and I've showed him a lot. But you know, he's like, he set me up a workbench in the lab, I build there. He enjoys me when I come over there and build, and he's like, "Ooh, that looks nice." He goes, "Hey, do you think that little scratch on the edge, people are gonna like that?" And I go, "Really?" I go, "A scratch?" And he goes, "Come on, I know you better than that." And then I'm sitting there for a couple hours sanding the shit down. He goes, "That better?" That's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, that's Scott. He is he's one of those guys that'll, you know, he'll be there for you, but he'll also tell you the way it is. You know, he's straightforward. But you know, I mean, we've been picked on the last couple of, weeks. Had a few people come picking on me that I didn't even know. You know,
Really?
and started talking crap on Scott, and you know, it was a bad thing, and it shouldn't be like that because you know it's all political. I don't deal and dabble in political crap. You know,
No.
I love what I do. I build. I don't bother anybody. But you don't come on my messenger and my Facebook and threaten my best friend and my brother.
Yeah.
And because he blocked them. You know, and then it went on from there. But you know, of course, that person that was sending me the messages on Messenger was telling me, "Well, you can delete me now." And I go, "No, I'm not done with you. You came into my world. You came into my head." I go, "Now let's talk." You know?
Yeah.
So I kept it going for a little while until she deleted me. Then I was done. But you couldn't. If people can't, you know, if you're going to throw your wood into the fire and make it go higher and higher, you better make sure that this can of water don't put it out. Because
Yeah.
he will. You know, I don't play the game. I don't, and I don't. You know, I'm a simple guy who likes simple things. And if you're gonna mess with my family, then yeah, you know, I pray for you because it
Yeah.
won't be a matter of yelling at you and telling you I'm gonna come over and beat you with a freaking crowbar. No, I will beat you in wits. I will beat you in that. I will let you know that you are, you know, whatever you are, but you're not at my level.
Yeah.
You want to be at my level. There's a few things we need to hold on. Let me get the book out here. There's a few things that we need to study.
Yeah.
But,
I like
but
that
that's
shirt, by the way.
oh, you
I
like
just
that
saw
shirt?
what your shirt said.
Sexy Garage Tech, SGT. That started a
Love
while
it.
back. Yeah, that was made special for me. One of a kind. One of a kind.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
But you know, it was but you know, I love to build. I mean, being a paranormal investigator, yeah, I am. But my what gets my heart going, what gets that thump, I mean, it's the investigation sometimes, but it's actually the people that use my stuff because they're out there and you know they use it. Okay. When you see it on a feed or a live feed or even a recording of them saying, "Well, look, we used it," and I'm like, "Show me the footage. Let me see it." You know, I do it because I get very emotional when I see people out there going, "You know what? We've got something that should be this amount of money, and Jeff built it for us for this, and it works beautiful, and we're out here, we're catching things, we're doing this, and we're doing," you know, it makes me feel like right here, and it doesn't stop, and that's what continues to let me do what I want to do. You know,
Yeah.
I love doing it. You know, and I probably won't ever stop. I'll probably just make something better, which I
Mhm.
always, you know, like Scott says, "Can you build this?" And first thing that comes out of my mouth is, I go, "What color?"
Yeah. For real.
You know, just give me a couple days to mock it up and give you a prototype, and then we'll go from there. You know, I mean, there's nothing that's not out of my reach to do. Um, I just when I deal with a lot of things is hands on. You know, I don't deal with a lot of Bluetooth crap or connecting to the Wi-Fi to get your, you know, device to work properly. It's you set it down, you walk away. If it goes off, there's something there. You know, the camera system, it works with you, not against you. You
Mhm.
know, I you know, a lot of builders out there, I give them kudos for building what they build. Believe me, I've seen some amazing shit. I have.
Yeah.
You know, but the way I build is just think about it as if you were to take something so fairly simple, okay, like a bell, stuck it between two pylons like this and just let it hang there. But when it moved, like a little light would go off on the top so that you could see it in the distance. I mean, the bell may not jingle, but that light will know that there's something there. So you're like, oh crap, you know, it's things like that. I work a lot of hands-on. I like to be up front and up center. If up in center of all of this, if there's something there, I want to be that person to interact with it. If it's that bad, I don't care. I want to interact with it. I'm not afraid of it. What can it do? Follow me home? Oh my God, follow me home, please. I want an attachment. I want that, you know, attachment. You know what? Sit there, dude. Hold on. I've got this new piece of equipment. I want to see if you go to the other side of the bed. You know, things like that. You know, because if I had them in the lab, it'd be amazing. I'd be like, okay, this piece of equipment works. You know, here, let's open this. Nope, that one don't work. Let's do that again. You know, so you got to be comical about it, but I don't think that they would stay. Attachments for me would not be good because they'd end up leaving.
You'd end up pissing them off.
Yeah, I would, because they would tell all their friends, and then it'd just be screwed up for me, you know. And I'd never see another ghost ever again.
Party at Jeff's.
They'd be like, "Dude, it's that guy. Just run."
Yeah,
You know?
don't talk to him, bro.
Go next door, quick.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. It's the way I've always been, I guess. I love doing what I do.
That's awesome.
Very awesome. That's the group that we got coming in. You guys are probably I can't even put into words to describe you or how I feel. I just tell the team on the messenger how
I'm a crazy guy.
to be having you guys here. You, George, Scott. Oh.
Okay, let's just put it this way. You, what I've been on shows or whatever, I've only been on 3 out of all the years I've been with Scott. I don't do a lot of this online, you know, video chatting and stuff. I know how it works and stuff like that, but I'm mostly that guy that stays in the back and does that building, you know, likes to watch it.
Yeah.
Likes to watch and not be on it, but yet get that gratification from those people who say, you know, Jeff, look at this picture I just got, man, off of this. Wow. And he goes, that came off of your camera. And I'll go, oh, dude, that is insane. I've never seen that on that camera system before like that. And he goes, either have I. That's why it's right here. It's things like that it's a gratification that I get when people actually use it, and then they're continuing to use it. And, you know, it's just it. Every once in a while I get calls from people going, you know, it's still running strong. Or I get a call and, hey, you know, it's not working. Okay, have Scott jump on the computer, and he's going to link up with your SLS, and he's going to see what we can do about fixing the software if it's a software issue. Otherwise, if it's mechanical, it comes back. If it's past, see, I give a year warranty on these.
Wow.
Okay, I've always been that way. You know, if it's mechanical after a year, then, you know, I if I have the part laying around, then, you know, I just a little bit of charge for the shipping and for the part. But otherwise, you know, if I have to do it, you know, but otherwise, if it's software related, Scott can normally fix it just by talking to the SLS, you know. But it is what it is. But, you know, I've always been that way. I don't like to see people walk around with a piece of equipment that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of upsets you, you know.
I'm excited to use a piece of your equipment and then call you and tell you what I got on it.
Yeah.
Take a picture and I can show
Yeah.
you. And
Yes, I think that's what
Can't
I'm
wait for
most
that.
excited for, is to get to use some of the equipment you built. That's going to be amazing. And for our guests that are coming to be able to see us use this equipment and learn about it is going to be just awesome for them.
So Corey, bring a nice, good, sturdy tripod, because I ain't bringing one on a plane.
Don't blame you.
3.
Tripod don't go on a plane.
How big of a tripod?
The camera system works in a stationary position on one item. on one application, and it's going to blow your mind.
Sweet.
So-
How big of a tripod do you need?
No, it doesn't need to be that big. It's basically for that, that you like that RAD 559 I showed you.
Okay.
It's the same thing as that. It's just got an adapter on the bottom for a tripod. So
Okay. I have a couple, so I'll bring them for sure.
yeah, and this
Sure.
thing is gonna blow your mind. It'll blow your mind.
Well, now I'm
Yeah,
even more excited. Dang it! October needs to come fast. Well,
I'm
it
stoked.
needs to come faster so the event will be here, but it doesn't need to come fast because we have to have time to get all the stuff that we're doing together. So
Yeah.
all the
Yeah, I'm trying to
swag
build
stuff
that.
and-
Right now, I'm trying to build the hexagon because I'm gonna use the place that you got for us as my debut on that. I want to see if it works.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
And this location is huge. I mean, the main floor is just pretty much an open area. It's used as like a concert venue. That's mainly what they use it for. And well, Scott's
Oh,
been
my
there.
RAD 559 will work beautiful in that first landing. area.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this huge. The main floor is just open and
Well, I
used
haven't
for-
heard a lot about it and what the haunting, what the specs are. Sorry, this is me talking. What the specs are on the haunting. So please don't tell me anything.
Nope.
I like to go in totally blind to a location because
like that.
Yes.
like anybody out there, if you tell me it, then I'm going to expect it, and sometimes it does happen, but it's up here and not here.
Mhm.
That's the way I like going into a place. So
Yeah, I think the layout of the building will be good for some of the equipment you're describing. I really think
yeah,
that.
you betcha.
Yeah, it's an amazing layout for that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
It was kind of cool having cameras up because we're looking at it and we're like, well, the way the building's laid out, we can't
Yeah.
have like 8 cameras because they're all going to reflect off of each other. Oh no, he's bringing something out.
All right.
Oh,
Here's the camera system.
Mhm.
I'll just give you a quick link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that was in there.
Mhm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, it works in the same way. It's got that on it, and you lock the tablet in, type scenario, right? Okay, but here's the camera.
Oh, nice.
wow.
And see this on the bottom, these handles come off and you can hold it like this. Or you can leave the handles on, stick it on a tripod. I decided to leave the handles on and stick it on a tripod because there's one application that works strictly off a stationary position. And I love it. And also you can put your phone in there and record it.
Oh.
So,
Nice.
but yeah,
That's awesome.
This is the BE. I love it.
How long did it take to make? Would you say?
A lot to work on this camera system and the parts, because most of the parts that I had to get for it came overseas, and unfortunately, I had to wait months before these parts came in so I could do the soldering and get it ready.
Oh yeah.
Because most of it came from China. Imagine that.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that was.
No, that camera system was, it was in my head for a long time. I just didn't have the time to really sit down and put it all together until one day I just happened to see this mechanism that held a tablet. And when I saw the mechanism, I was like, wait a minute. Bling, click, snap, pull, rip. And it started from there. And then I decided I was going to start building all my other equipment around that same process. So I'm not going to need all these computers and tablets. I just need one tablet for 16 different projects.
I love that.
Yeah, that's
And you
great.
can
Makes
and
so
go.
much sense.
Up, lock, and go. That's it. You can pick it up, tablet holds in there nice and firm, and you walk away. You know, are you
Yeah.
done with it? Unlock it, pull the tablet out, snap it in the other one, lock it in, and take off. You know, it's Scott was so impressed by it. I think he teared up right in one corner. But of course, that could have been just something, allergies.
I'm sure it was
But-
just allergies, man. He's too
It probably was. It probably was.
Well, that's
But no-
great. Well, we're excited for you. We hope you guys have a good time when you're here. We got some stuff planned for you during the day Saturday, and I think it'll be
Great.
fun.
Awesome.
I'm stoked, man. I
I just
can't
hope
wait.
that I don't get strip searched when I bring my equipment like I did before. That was not fun. I'm gonna have Scott carry it.
Yeah, for real.
He probably
Scott
like it
take-
though.
Let's
That's what
yeah,
I
he
was gonna
probably
say.
would. Yeah, knowing Scott, he would like it. Yeah.
Yeah, he would. He'd be like, "Can you touch me there? Right over here? No. Yeah, right there. That's better. Thank you."
If that happens, videotape it.
He just shows up
You know
naked,
I
like-
will.
Live on Facebook.
You
Yeah.
know I will. Oh, I've got little cameras everywhere. You're recording. Don't take my stuff. You're recording. Look, you're walking away with it.
That is so awesome. Well, I know we have a few people watching. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but if any of you guys watching have any questions for Jeff, now is your chance to ask.
And just remember, people, yes, my last name is spelled incorrectly for a reason.
Okay.
Names of the people of this, media surface right here have been changed to protect the innocent.
Well, we appreciate that you consider us to be innocent.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
no, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the people that are sending in the messages.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay,
Makes more
good.
sense.
So I'm thinking well, yeah, I think there's a couple minute delay depending on when people come into it from the live to when they're, whoa, gosh, I hate this chair.
Yeah.
At least I caught it before I went back.
Yeah, that was funny last time.
What happened? Whoop.
We were
Yeah,
chair that I got, the thing on it doesn't click to keep it back, and sometimes it will pop out. And we were on a live with Crohn's Hollow, and it decided to pop out when I leaned back, and we got it on the live. It was great. It was.
Oh, that's one of those
friend may or
moments
may
you're like,
not
okay.
My friend may or may not have watched it and screenshotted the look on my face and sent it to me. It was awesome. I'm like, you guys, yeah. So I make sure I watch how I sit in my chair so you guys don't get a good laugh. So, well, I don't think anybody has any questions for
Okay,
you.
good, because I'm down to 18% on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait,
All right.
17, 16. No. Well, I fixed everything. Wasn't me. I don't know what happened. It was terrible.
it was an earthquake because you're in California, so they happen all the time, right?
For some reason, I started talking English.
It happens, mate. You know what I mean?
I've got a crooked table. Things aren't going to work, right? I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to touch you no more. Okay, we're good. I'm going to sit like this.
There you
Is
go.
that better? Yeah,
Perfect.
okay.
I'm really
Okay.
excited to meet you and to get to know you.
Same
It'll be
here.
fun.
I'm going to have a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody that's coming out, they have real good vibes, and
Energy and
yeah,
they're
they
just
don't-
so humble. Humble is the word I was thinking of.
yeah,
All of you guys are just so humble is the best way I can describe it. It's talking to you, knowing you, getting to know you guys. It's just you guys are great.
You know what? There's no reason to be mean, sarcastic, rude. There's no reason for it. There's no
There's
need
no-
for it. Well, hello. Sorry, this just in. I'm naked. Oh, hello. No, but no, there's no reason for it. Scott taught me a long time ago. If there's that if there is that bad element out there, you just gotta, what Scott did, you got to go up there. You have to embrace that bad element. You have to, tell that person, hey, I don't hate you. Hell, I freaking love you.
Yeah.
You got to change the mood on any situation, and you can. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It takes way too much energy into. It takes way much. It takes way too much energy to have an ego.
Yep.
Hold on. Both. Okay,
Right.
do that again.
All right, there we go. Now I can think again. Thank you. Okay, so it takes way. You got to put too much energy into it to have an ego. Like
Yeah.
There you go.
when you're
Perfect.
when you're just yourself, you can just be yourself. And if people like you, awesome. If people don't like you,
Don't change who
welcome to
you
my
are.
world.
Yeah.
Don't ever change who you are.
It's awesome either way. Yes, whether they like you or not. That's
Because
what I
I
like
walk in
about
thinking, I walk in like this. If I don't know you, I probably, if it hadn't have been for Scott, I probably wouldn't talk to you. I mean, if you talked about my equipment, I'd be like, hey, yeah, let me show you this piece of item. But, personally, for a long time, I never really talked to anybody. I just built and stayed by myself. I was kind of like that hermit in the corner until Scott went, hey, who are you? Come here. Look at the stuff you can build. I can build that. Can you build me this? Yes, I can. Okay, you're with me. Okay, things like that. But it took a long time, and he's the one that got me, took me out of my shell. Let me, wander and say, hey, look, there's the ocean. Wow.
Yeah.
Know that building right there is extremely haunted. No, I just usually built equipment and sent it to people and said it was haunted. Well, this one's haunted. Let's go in and check it out. But, no, it's the way you treat people is the way you should be treated. The way you treat them, they should treat you the same way.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
that's how I feel about everything.
Every child was growing up was taught the golden rule. Like, at what point in time did people just decide that wasn't a thing anymore?
I don't know.
I just don't understand that.
Don't know. I try not to think about it too much, but if I do come in contact with that person, a person like that, I try not to, give them the means or the ammo to be mean. You got it. Here's a blank. Here, check this out.
Sure.
That's a good way to describe it.
Let me show you something funny. Watch this. Things like that.
Yeah.
No, it is what it is. That's why I like to do what I do, because I love to see everybody doing that. I like to see everybody working with equipment. Okay, I'm down to 12%.
Oh, yes.
All right, brother.
We're gonna get to the point where I'm gonna start going.
Yes, Chris, I agree with that. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you giving us your time and letting people get to know you. Again, the event's on October 31st at Saltaire. If you go to the Mysteries and Legends Facebook page, there's a link there. If you can find it on Eventbrite as well. Hopefully we can see you all there. And
it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Very fun.
I'm excited.
Super excited.
Yeah, so am I, because it's going to be fun. Track cam is going to be insane.
We're excited. Well, thank you guys for watching. And next week we will have another video. Not sure what it is yet. It'll be a surprise for next week. Thanks for watching.
It's going to be a bat in a tutu.
Yes, Scott in a tutu.
Oh, Scott lost his tutu on a freeway years ago. I don't know how that happened, but it was something with the car driving really fast and him with the tutu. Yeah, it was terrible.
It's this whole thing. All right, Jeff. Well, it was good talking to you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. No, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.